There's a grave in the ground that shouldn't be there. There's a child with no bed and nobody cares. There's a woman who weeps while the system plays, and another name, the world erased. But I hear the dust cry out, I feel the sky bend low, and if no one else will say it, then I will let them know. Enough, no more hiding what you've done. Enough, we remember everyone, from the camps to the cries. We carry their names, you buried the bodies, but left us lame. There's a lie in your law, there's blood on the fire, and your gospel got gold while our children go wild. You preach in peace, but you sell in fear, and the ones you forgot are standing here. They are not your shame, they are not your loss, they are ours to love and use to cross. Enough, we won't whisper when they bleed. Enough, you built sound I need, from the dust to the drum, from the grave to the gate. We're done quiet, we speak in their place. Say their name, feel their pain. They were here, they still remain. Enough, no more graves with no goodbyes. Enough, no more mothers left to cry. You had a chance, now we rise. This time we sing, and the world hears our cry. There's a grave in the ground that either. There's a child with no bed and nobody cares. There's a woman who prayed while the system played, and another name, the world erased. But I hear the dust cry out, I feel the sky bend low, and if no one else will say it, then I will let them know. Enough, no more hiding what you've done. Enough, remember everyone, from the camps to the cries. We carry names, you buried the bodies, dust the flame. There's a lie in your law, there's blood on the fire, and your gospel got gold while our children go wild. Preaching peace, but you sell it here, and the ones you forgot are standing here. They are not your shame, they are not your laws. House of love, and yours a cross. Enough. We won't whisper when they bleed. Enough. You built silence on our knees. To the drum, from the grave to the gate. We're done being quiet. We speak in their place. Say their name. Feel their pain. They were here. They still remain. No more graves with no goodbyes. Enough. No more left to cry. You had your chance, now we rise. This time we sing, and the world hears our cry.
Good morning, Biafrans. Good morning, people. Love all over the world. Welcome you this morning to the Questionnaire platform and myself, Mazi David Nana. Yes, sir. It's a really wonderful day. We thank Chukwu Kikabiama for a time like this. Please, as you join us, like and share. We have a lot. A lot is happening. A lot is happening in our freedom. A lot is happening in regards to our freedom. And we must seize this tempo, this opportunity to create awareness, to bombard the American congressmen and women with enough information about what is happening or what has happened in the past against our people. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being part of this. A lot is happening and a lot will continue to happen. Our time has come.
Enough is enough. When you travel to the north, the forest is enough. Igbo people are in Sabangari in Kanu. Are they living in of course it's Hausa land? Are they living in, they came to the town, they worked very hard, they built houses, mansions, they developed the entire place. Is that not what they do? What are Fulani people doing in our forest? Nobody can answer that question. They say that the world aspiring to be a member in Security Council where you move cattle from place to place. Are you people well at all? You so-called in the brain? I'm asking you a simple question. Show a country that aspires to be in the 21st century, moving from place to place. Tell me that grazing. Please tell me. These are people that have prepared for you to sell you down the drain. By the time the Fulanis are done with you, believe you me, if you don't rise up now to fight for your freedom, time Fulanis are done with you, you're more useless than a house assistant. And if you allow yourselves to be deceived, things can only get worse. Fulani terrorists will take over your land. Time and time again, you on this very matter. But some of you never ever listened. Because in this life, goes around comes around. If you support evil today because you're benefiting, eventually that evil will overwhelm you.
Today they will tell us they are here, tomorrow they are here. Everybody knows within our, but we will not see any action taking place. That to say, sir, we need this Senate to tell the armed to be reporting progress every week, so that state by state, it will be of all issues and we will not be seeing progress. Sir, I beg you, that time is right now, that this problem is available. We have seen progress. We should not allow progress to be derailed. We should pursue this remaining of these people so that our next term can be peaceful and sustainable. And we have something to our people, sir. This is the only thing I want to take. If I get protected in my environment, your roads, keep your schools, we just safe. And that is the message we need to the Senate. Please save our life and our people. We are not bothered in our schools. Please save our lives. Our people's lives are in danger. Thank you very much, sir.
I'm not shocked because I think on your show I once declared that Kanu's predicament or his ordeal is sort of some person in the Southeast who took a decision that his release would jeopardize their political career future. That I know as far back as when Tinubu freshly became president, because I was part of some conversation to release him. And they said at that time, Imo elections are coming. If it comes out, APC might not win. And subsequently realized that some of the communiques you see is just, word of mouth. When they go at night or when they meet Tinubu, it's likely that they have a different position. And when I started contacting them in the last 24 hours, shocked, some of them were able to reach. Just switched up their line. The ones I sent messages never. I reached out to Soludo, who I know personally.
That's Charles Soludo,
the governor of Anambra State. No response to now. I reached out to Alex Oti. Alex Oti used to be a columnist for Reporters, so I know him. No response to now. The only I got was a nominal response that no, we shouldn't have dragged the way you did. Reached out to Peter Obi, they said he's in Rome. But I sent a message that you can behave as Romans do too. So be part of this. But some have been encouraging Senator Abaribe. I reached out to him, he responded. On this. And I know that I suffered when he was a shorty for Kanu. In fact, I was sleeping on a Barry bed at the DSS in 2019, shortly after he was released, because he was shorty for Nnamdi Kanu. The rep from his state and the National the House of Rep also signed up. A number of persons have signed up, some of them publicly, but there is no unified response from Southeast consistent political leaders or traditional rulers, or even the religious priesthood there, which many expected would happen. But a lot of young people have signed up to this, and you can see that the Nigerian government is already pushing back because they've seen the response to be unequivocally in support of the release of Nnamdi Kanu at this time. I don't think they were expecting that such a response will be so favorable and swift.
Well, thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Jim Moran. I served in the United States Congress approximately a quarter of a century. After I left the Congress, I began to represent some corporations and countries and causes that I've been. It has been an honor to work with you, Your Excellency. Elias Gerasulis is my partner. This is primarily Elias's account, but I'm going to be working with him. While I was in the Congress, I was on the committee that funds defense and State Department foreign operations, as well as the Foreign Relations Committee. I have an interest in Africa. I was a principal co-sponsor of the Growth and Opportunity Act. But most importantly, I do believe that Biafran independence, just and noble cause, and I trust that you have a bright future ahead. We will try to secure your independence. I can't promise because the politics is a particularly predictable situation in the United States today, and justice is all we serve, but we will work towards that objective. I appreciate the opportunity to work on behalf of people, and at this point, let me turn it over to Elias. Elias?
Oh, thank you. It's an honor to be working with you on this, and we appreciate your lending, your support, someone of your prestige and stature. That association would be so critical. So thank you. I appreciate it, and thank you, Mr. Prime Minister, Your Excellencies, and dear Biafrans in the United around the world. My name is Elias Gerasulis, and I am a good friend and colleague of Congressman Moran, and we are your new lobbyists here in Washington, D.C. However, you should know that we are more than just your lobbyists. We are fellow freedom fighters struggle for the liberation of Biafra. And similar to how your compatriots, the Biafran Defense Forces, are securing your freedom, we will be fighting for your freedom in the political and diplomatic battlefield in Washington, D.C. We will make sure that all these U.S. officials, all these senators understand that the Biafran independence movement is a pure democratic civilian uprising against injustice, one that we had in the United States when we declared our independence from the British 200 years ago. On a personal level, I knew I had to get involved in the struggle, not only because of my belief. As I got to know the Prime Minister, I could see that he has remarkable leadership qualities and vision. And I knew instinctively that he was a man of destiny, and that he will have a very in the years to come. And I thought it was a personal duty to assist him. Already, the Minister has made real progress and has outsmarted the Nigerian system in many ways. The Prime Minister has done this with the self-referendum, done this with opening diplomatic liaison offices around the world. And I think by establishing a private lobby in Washington, D.C., the Prime Minister has delivered his master stroke. And if you can look at the Nigerian media and the social media, you will see that this is something that's been highly publicized. And I think this is because we understand the moment that the United States starts getting more support for the Biafran cause, it will be a game changer. Because when the United States leads, other countries follow. Congressman Moran and myself are your voice to the U.S. Congress, your voice to the White House, your voice to the State Department, your voice to the highest offices in this great land. And we will not stop until victory is achieved. Long live the free, independent, and sovereign. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that brilliant speech there. Layers, we are happy to have you on board, and we have a lot of things to do together. Thank you. Nicola, appearance today is just to present you to the Biafrans in the state. As I made my promise, I have fulfilled it. It's now that we go out and do what we know how to do best for the interest of Biafra.
Mr. Prime Minister, it's our honor, and we look forward to serving us. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you very much. Nice to have you.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. It was a pleasure to see you again.
Thank you.
Look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Chief.
We're also going to talk about legislation I introduced this week to protect Christians in Nigeria. Nigeria has seen a persecution of Christians that has been staggering. Just this week, over 60 people were murdered by Islamists in northeastern Nigeria. They executed, so they went house to house. This pattern of targeting Catholic priests, targeting individual men, women, and children is horrific. And my legislation would real consequences on the government of Nigeria and those who are facilitating this persecution, put real consequences on them to change that.
Dear friends, I welcome you once again this morning. I see it is very, very important that we continue, to create awareness of our freedom and to continue to hammer Nigeria for their continued bombardment, jihadist persecutions of in Nigeria and in Biafran territory. A lot has happened in a few days. You can see what is actually playing out in Washington, D.C. This is as a result of the good works of our lobbyists, Elias, and the persistent journeys of BRGIE to Washington, D.C. So we will continue to do all that we have to do. We will continue to, create this awareness for the American politicians to understand that the only one needed at this time is for that disintegration of that evil entity called Nigeria. A lot of things has happened. That led to this stage today.
I want to thank Mercedes Schlapp, the CPAC.
Part of a very.
A lot of things has happened. That have brought us this far. Since time immemorial, the Biafran people have been killed by the Nigerian state with no consequences at all to all these killings. no consequences at all for all these killings. But this time, Nigerian government will be held accountable. All these killings that has happened in recent days, in recent months, because the American president, Donald J. Trump, has spoken. I have also directed the Secretary of War, Hackett, to be able to draw programs for a possible military invasion of Nigerian territory in order to stop all this massacre. And you know, just like you listen to when the Prime Minister presents lobbyists to Biafra, the promises that the lobbyists made to France is what they are fulfilling at this moment. The issue of Biafra is now reverberating all around Washington, D.C. The killing of Christians did not just happen overnight. It is as a result of the diplomacy that the lobbyists and BRG have done. And that is why it is using positive results. So I'm going to
part of a very wonderful CPAC Christian Persecution Summit that brought faith leaders together to talk about how we can fix this situation through policy and awareness. Just wanted to give you a last word on how that went, because
Yes, and I, want to thank Schlapp, Mercedes Schlapp, the CPAC folks, for putting that great event on. And it was one day after that event and actually coming on this network that President Trump put that nation in place, and just one day before All Saints Day, which we are obviously celebrating today as Catholics. Just such a huge point in this entire saga and sad tragedy that's been taking place. But God bless you, President Trump. Thank you so very much for stations in Nigeria and around the world.
amen to that. He really does, and we should all pray for these martyrs. They are Christian martyrs, kept the faith and under really horrific circumstances. Thank you, Congressman. We really appreciate it.
So you can see President Trump President Trump is making sure those who are responsible for the massacre of Christians in Syria, they are all held accountable. All of them are going to pay the price for the atrocities committed against the people. So I'll be playing you some videos coming from Washington, D.C. why Nigerian government is at the chopping block.
Anybody will wake up and say that we're killing people when we're actually not doing the same. And guess what? Where the GIWA barracks we were talking about, we have all the humanitarian agencies in there. You have the UN working, local and international organizations are working. They are complicit. There is nothing in the back. So if they don't say, means Amnesty International is equal, and Amnesty is equally there. So which means they're equally accusing all these other organizations of being complicit.
So just to be clear, you would be prepared to go to the ICJ in The Hague and answer these accusations?
We're not scared of anything because we don't have anything of such.
We've seen Boko Haram regroup and regroup. What is your answer to the you have in some way fed the insurgents?
Is that I think we've talked to international community. Let's find out the funding. When they started surrendering, by the time we left, so as we speak, we have over 120,000 that have surrendered. Most of them, when you find them, they are coming with hard currencies. How did they get them? How are they funded? How did they get the training? How did they get the equipment?
What is your suspicion?
Well, maybe an international conspiracy, you don't know. Who knows? How are they be able to sustain themselves for 15 years? That is one question I think everybody should ask himself. For Nigeria to be able to hold them, and you go to Nigeria, everything seems to be working well.
You must have an idea. I mean, let's not talk conspiracy theories. Let's give some hard facts.
Well, I just leave it at that. I'm sure they know, and I'm sure everybody knows that these are the challenges we're facing, that needs to be addressed. So the UN need to come in to ensure that, because we need to trace the funding. How are they in themselves for 15 years?
What does the UN coming in mean? What does that look like?
Track the funding. It's international flow. We don't have control over that.
Whose interest is it to see Nigeria destabilize?
Well, I don't know. You don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
We ask the question. $1 billion. Afghanistan is ruled by folks named Sarayuddin Haqqani. The Haqqani network mean anything to anybody in the room? How about Abdullah bin Laden? Who gets some of that money? Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Because your money, $690 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, training camps. That's what it's funding. If you think that the program under Operation Enduring Sentinel entitled Women's Scholarship Endowment, which receives $60 million annually, or the Young Women Lead, which gets about $5 million annually, is going to women who, if you read the Inspector General's report, is telling you that the Taliban does not allow women to speak in public. You know, you're believing, and American people are supposed to believe, that this money is going for the betterment of the women in Afghanistan. We're funding terrorism, and it's coming through USAID. Just Afghanistan, because Pakistan's right next door. USAID spent $840 million in the last 20 years on Pakistan's education-related program. It includes $136 million to build 120 schools. There is zero evidence that any of them were built. Why would there be evidence? The Inspector General can't get in to see them. But you know what? We doubled down and spent $20 million from USAID to create educational teleprograms for children unable to attend the school. Yeah, they can't attend it because it doesn't exist. You paid for it. Somebody else got the money. You are paying for terrorism. This has got to end. I yield, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Perry. In addition, we don't even have an embassy in Afghanistan. Chair now recognizes the representative from Mr. Barra.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to start off by, I know a lot of USAID former workers, alumni are watching this hearing. I want to thank them for their work. They're patriotic Americans. They're out there.
These are how the monies are coming in.
Afghanistan, over the course of our term there,
why Nigeria,
in the war, spent $2 trillion.
Why Nigeria are funding terrorism, jihadism, jihad against the people.
President Trump is taking action in response to the killing of thousands of Nigeria. President Trump vowing possible sanctions and saying on Truth Social, quote, radical Islamists are responsible for the mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a country of, quote, particular concern. And Inchman Riley Moore to immediately look into this report. back to me. West Virginia Representative Mark joins us now. Congressman, thank you for joining. Thank you for your continued efforts in bringing attention to this. I'm going to say what's going on there, and I know it's tough, but people need to hear it. Christians are being macheted, burned alive. They're being forced, dig their own graves before they're buried alive. They're being raped, they're being killed, they're being starved. Why have we not hearing more about this?
Well, Rachel, the mainstream has just turned a blind eye to this, but this network specifically has been giving me and others a platform to actually talk about that. So I do really want to thank you so much for doing that and highlighting it, because it has made a difference. We're talking about between 50,000 and 100,000 Christians have been served in Nigeria since 2009. And we did have a designation. The Trump administration is a country of particular concern. The Biden administration took that off because the killing, according to them, was because of land disputes, and climate change was the culprit in this, which it's hard to believe that that's even a nation. This is a genocide that's been going on by Islamic terrorist organizations. This designation by President, I just want to take 2 seconds. Thank you, President. Thank you so very much, because this is going to end up saving lives. Thank you for this designation, and I think this will make a huge difference, and we're going to get right to work on this and get to the bottom of what's happening and give President Trump a menu of options that we can use to try to stop these.
What does the designation do exactly?
Well, this designation opens up a menu of 15 types of different options the president can use. One in particular is the suspension and prohibition of assistance, which we have been doing security assistance with the Nigerian government. And that was a promise that they were going to receive arms and training from the United States to go kill and stop Boko Haram. Not been doing that. They have not been stopping these Islamic terrorists, and in my view, have been collaborating and coordinating, and at least, at minimum, have just been turning a blind eye to in Nigeria. So now that's going to stop. But this menu of options also includes the ability of the administration now to use targeted sanctions against entities within Nigeria itself, suspend economic cooperation. There's a whole list of options in here that I really going to have a dramatic effect in reducing the killing.
Yeah, every pastor, every priest, including the Pope, this should be the #1 issue for every Christian leader in America. I think members of Congress should go and visit. They go to Switzerland. They go to all kinds of places. Let's go. Let's see. Let's meet with the victims. Let's make it real if we really want to do something about it.
Coming from Washington, D.C. This information are coming right from this Washington, D.C. So a lot is happening. A lot is actually happening. We have to seize this opportunity to make sure that Nigeria is totally destroyed beyond repairs. This is very, very important. We really appreciate President Trump for listening to the cries of the Biafran people. Yes, so we really appreciate him. We really appreciate him. There's one thing that is very, very interesting. You see, there is one Dr. Walid Fairs. In all this that is going on, the man that is Trump's foreign policy expert, he made a comment concerning actions to be taken against Nigeria. And in that comment, he really made mention of Biafra. In that comment that he made, he really made mention of Biafra. So I'm going to bring it to the screen so that we, yeah, this is Dr. Walid Fair. Dr. Walid Fair is a foreign policy expert, co-secretary Transatlantic Parliamentary Group, an advisor, president, author, father, and a protector of nature and animals. He's a personal advisor to President Trump on foreign policy. What did he say? He said, if the federal government of Nigeria is unable to fight and defeat armed and genocidal jihadism to protect the Christian people of Nigeria, as it failed to protect the Muslim communities in the north, the only remaining option to save lives and stop genocide is to grant Nigerians Christian South its right, determination, and assist the Muslim North in defeating Boko Haram and other jihadists. And when he talked about granting the Christian South its right for self-determination, he is talking about people. This is a personal foreign policy advisor to President Trump. He's the advisor to President Trump. In other words, they are all aware. They are all aware of Biafran quest for freedom. He is a foreign policy expert, and for the fact that he's writing it and the world to see what he wrote, it is very, very important. His tweet have garnered over 63.6 thousand views. Okay? And in that tweet, he tagged what the President Trump said. Christians are facing an essential threat in Nigeria. Thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I'm hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern, but this is the least of it. When Christians or any such group is slaughtered like is happening in Nigeria, that 3,100 versus 4,476 worldwide, something must be done. I am asking Congressman Riley, together with Chairman Tom Collins and the House Appropriation Committee, to immediately look into this matter and report back to me. The United States stand by while such atrocities are happening in Nigeria. Numerous other countries, we stand ready, willing, and the able Christian population around the world. There is other tweet that was made. That President Trump made other tweets, and I want to check if I can see it on Wahid Fair's platform. Yes. See this wonderful tweet, President Trump. This is where he is threatening Nigerian government of military action. See this tweet? President J. Trump made on Truth Social. He said, if the Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians, the United States of America will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria and may very well go into that now disgraced country. You can see America already know that disgraced because Nigeria have already destroyed the judiciary. They have destroyed their security. They have been able to destroy even the democracy that they said they practiced. Because in democracy, it is a government of the people, for the people and by the people. But in Nigeria, they don't practice democracy because you don't have a voice of your own. You can't even protest. You can't even ask questions. You can't even speak. The judiciary is not even the hope of the common man. So President Trump understands that Nigeria is a disgraced country. He said, if the Nigerian government continue to allow the killing of Christians, the United States of America will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria and may very well go into that now disgraced country. Guns are blazing to completely wipe out the Islamic jihadists who are committing these horrible atrocities. They know, Trump knows who is committing this atrocity. I am hereby instructing our Department of War to prepare for possible action. In other words, he has put Haggett, the defense chief, on notice that they should prepare for any eventuality they can come to Nigeria and be able to make sure that they deal decisively with all these terrorists. And that is why Walid Fed was making that statement and telling the Nigerian government the only option, if they can't put all these killings to a stop, the only option is for President Trump to now allow the South Christians, which are the Biafrans, their self-determination. In other words, to recognize Biafra as a nation. And Trump said, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet, just like the terrorist thugs attack our cherished Christians. Warning, the Nigerian government better move fast. I like this tweet. It is very interesting. So I want us to understand that the American government is now out to make sure that they put a stop to all these atrocities that is happening in our land. First of all, we want to let them understand that the military are also occupying our territories. Olu State is under invasion. Okigwe State is under invasion. The young men and women can no longer go out freely. Our mothers, our fathers are in fear because of the presence of the terrorists in our region. And that is why we welcome every action that America is going to take against Nigeria. As a matter of fact, the Biafran Defense Forces, the Biafran Republic government in exile, our government, we give American government every support with the BDF on ground in order to make sure that Nigeria is held accountable for the lives that they have wasted, for the people that they have killed, for the community that they have burned, for families destroyed and killed their loved ones. Very, very important. And this action that America is taking wouldn't have been possible without, the great work that our lobbyists Elias Jim Mora. Elias, great work that they are doing for us in Washington, D.C. It wouldn't have been possible with the great advice being received from our attorney, Dabiri. It wouldn't have been possible with the presence of the BRGIE government going to Washington, D.C. to make sure that our voice are heard. Our APM, Honorable Ogechukwu Nkere, has been in Washington, D.C., always in Washington, D.C., to make sure that every information that needed to be submitted to the Congress is made available to them. So that is why what today is happening. So we are so much happy that America is now speaking for us. So Biafrans, it is happening just like our leader said, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. It is our time to be free from the terrorist Nigerian state. It is our time to be free out of the terrorist Nigerian state. They have killed us enough. This time around, the repercussions, this time around, the punishment is here. The punishment is here. President Trump threatens to halt all U.S. and Nigeria aid, all U.S. aid, and conduct military attack in Nigeria over Christian persecution. Yes, this is what the Fox News reported. And before this news will start coming out, you know that the whole world, you know, President Trump is the leader of the free world. One president of the world. America is the #1 country of the world. So one President Trump speaks, the world carries it. So, you know, Mazin Nnamdi are not going to pay them to carry our news. All these killings that is happening in Biafran territory, did you see any of the news medias, Fox News? Did you see Fox News report it? No. Fox News would not report it. CNN would not report it. We are not reporting it. But now that through the activities of our brigade and our lobbies and our attorneys, they are now reporting the Biafra. They are now talking about Nigeria. And when you talk about Nigeria, you cannot talk about Nigeria without talking about Biafra. They are not talking about those who are self-determining to be a nation. Those who want to be free out of Nigeria. Is the Biafran people. So that is what is happening at this time. That is what we are seeing at this time. So it is very, very important that people understand that we are getting to destination, which is Biafra. And God is making it happen at this particular time. So I want to really appreciate every one of you to put the link so that if you want to make your contribution, you can join me on the studio. Join on the studio and make your contribution. A lot is happening. A lot is really, really happening. A lot is happening. And we And we continue to let our people know that. A lot is happening. So join us on the studio and make your contribution. See where Dr. Walid made a statement. He said, if the federal government of Nigeria is unable to defeat the armed genocidal jihadists to protect Christian people of Nigeria as it failed to protect the Muslim communities in the north, the only remaining option to save lives and stop genocide is to grant Nigerians Christian South its right for self-determination and assist the Muslim North in defending Boko Haram and other jihadists. In other words, he is calling for Biafra recognition. And the Muslim North he's talking about are the Hausas, or the Hausa minorities, because these are the people who are under attack. They are the people that the jihadists are feasting on. They are the people that the jihadists are feasting on. The Hausa tribe, the remaining Muslim, they are Muslim, though, but Hausa tribe. And the reason why they are being killed is because the foreigners want to take over their land. Yes, they want to take over their land. So, in as much as these Hausas and these indigenous people are Muslims like themselves, they don't give a damn. They want to, evict them from their ancestral land and occupy it. So that is why you see some pockets of communities in the north who are Muslims being killed. So it is very, very understandable. They are after land grabbing. That is a jihad. And that is what they are doing in the southern part of Nigeria. You can see in Olu State and Okigwe State, the military are already stationed in those areas, killing people, destroying homes and properties. And this is what the Nigerian government are doing in Biafran territory. It's what Nigerian government are doing in Biafran territory. And we will not allow that to happen. We will not allow that to happen. Very, very important. Nigeria is a disgrace. You can see that Nigeria is a disgraced country, and the world knows Nigeria for what it is. So President Trump has given Nigeria a marching orders either for them to stop this genocide happening, or they are going to face the consequences. They are going to face the consequences. because he cannot fold his hands and watch Christians being killed without anybody being held into account. Recall that the president of Nigeria is a Muslim, the vice president is a Muslim. Most of those who are politicians, who are in political position, are all Muslims. And that is why this killing has not stopped, because they have an agenda. They have an agenda which is total Islamization. And we cannot fold our hands while they Islamize everybody. No, it's not going to happen. That is why we have the Biafra Defense Forces. Why we have the BDF. We will not fold our hands and allow Nigerian government to annihilate us from the face of the earth. No, it's not going to happen. So really appreciate Donald Trump, President of America, for first of all making Nigeria a country of particular concern. And even while that is being done, I want to play you a video where you see the Nigeria president in one of the book launch. He said there is no religious persecution, that it is a lie from the pit of hell. So what it means is that the American government are lying, that President Trump is lying. They are already digging their grave, calling American government liars and deceivers. So I'm going to play it so that you listen to it. This is Bola.
No religious persecution in Nigeria. It's a lie, pit of hell. Have you been good governors? And since I have assumed office, I focused on your welfare. So Nigeria can say confidently, we have a well-equipped hospitals, and we can treat critical illness such as cancer and other illnesses. We are investing in our people. That's what you are doing. Aspect of the pain in our economy is because of the future. And I am giving you that confidence that right now, this economy will work for you. Not for the smugglers, not for the corrupt.
And he is a corrupt person. Oh.
You have been patient. You will share with us. You build another understanding. I assure you, Nigeria has just turned the corner. You will see prosperity habit. Those who are talking ill of this country should stop doing so.
What are you doing? Go inside. Go inside.
Of independence, it's not a joke. We are proud of our forefathers. We are proud of what they believe. That Nigeria should be one. That is, it must be an all-inclusive government. That we must take care of the elderly. We must take care of the vulnerables. We must educate our children, build welfare that will take care of our healthcare system.
This is the lies that they are feeding you with. It's calling America liars and deceivers. Okay? So this is what Tinubu Yes, so we thank the President of America for coming to the aid of the Christians in Nigeria. We can't wait to see actions taken against Nigeria for all the evil that they have committed against our people. Yes, we can't wait for that action to start immediately, because we have suffered much. We bear the brunt of the sufferings in that evil contraption called Nigeria. We also thank FAIRS. FAIRS have also, we appreciate his tweet about Christian South Biafra having a chance for self-determination. And I just want to appreciate him for speaking out for Biafra. We really appreciate him. Thank you so much. Appreciate every other senator that is speaking out for the freedom of Biafra. We really appreciate them. We will continue to make sure information and awareness goes wide. We appreciate our lobbyists. Important, our lobbyist Elias. Elias has been so, living up to the expectation, living up to the promise that he made to our government. Elias of the Moran Global Strategies is an international freedom fighter, come lobbyist of the Biafran Republic government in exile. Elias wrote here, he said, "Thank you, Ash Walid Fairs. I represent the Biafran Republic government in exile, BRGIE. I appreciate your interest is the Christians in Nigerian South Biafra having the chance to have their self-determination. The Briggy government has offered deals to the United States government, see attachment in exchange for political support. So you have seen that the diplomatic chess play is already happening in Washington, D.C. Our lobbyist, Elias, reminded Trump's assistant or advisor on foreign policy that the Biafran people have already, offered the American government deals in exchange for United States of Biafran recognition. So in other words, he attached a memo, he attached the deals, the attachment of the deals he's talked about, so that while it first can go through that deals as well. And we expect the American government to embrace it and be able to act on it so that our people will be free and all these killings here and there will stop. We certainly stop. It's very, very important. So we really appreciate our lobbyist, Elias. We appreciate you so much. We thank you for your good works. We also appreciate everyone who has been part of this success story. Because Odiri easy. Fighting for a nation is not easy. We also appreciate Ted Cruz. Senator Ted Cruz.
We're also going to talk about legislation I introduced this week to protect Christian Nigeria. Nigeria has seen a persecution of Christians that has been staggering. Just this week, over 60 people murdered by jihadists, by radicals in northeastern Nigeria. They executed soldiers. They went house to house. This pattern of targeting Christian Catholic priests, targeting individual men, women, and children is horrific. And my legislation would put real consequences on the government of Nigeria and those who are facilitating this persecution, put real consequences on them to change that.
Yes, so Senator Ted Cruz there, was so vocal, and he is very much instrumental to Nigerians being held accountable for all these atrocities. Yes, so we appreciate Senator Ted Cruz as Nigeria is still on watch all that they have done, trying to silence Biafrans from exercising their right. Yes, another senator, Tom Colley, is the House chairman on House appropriations. And Tom Cole said, as with Donald Trump, CPC's designation of Nigeria sends a strong message. The U.S. will not ignore Christian persecution. Mr. President, we have full years. Be ready to support your priorities. Once Democrats end the shutdown, we finish the job. We know your pen is ready. So that is what the chairman of the appropriations said, Senator Tom Colley. So these are men who have the power to change things, and they are going to make it happen for Biafran people. They are going to make it happen for us, going to make sure that Nigerian government is held accountable for the atrocities against people. So I want to show you what Tim Cole said. Yeah, this is Tim Cole, Tom Cole. Tom Cole is the chairman of House Appropriations. So he wrote here, he said to President Donald Trump's CPC, redesignation of Nigeria sends a strong message. The U.S. will not ignore Christian persecutions. Mr. President, we have full years. Be ready to support your priorities. Once they shut down, Democrats end the shutdown, we will finish the job. We know your pen is ready. In other words, they have already outlined a number of sanctions against the terrorist Nigerian state. They have already outlined it. They already outlined how it's going to be. They are only waiting for the shutdown to end so that the president will be presented with the recommendations, and then the job will be done. So that is how it works. We are very much happy that this is happening in this generation, because a lot of things have gone wrong because of the political interests that the Fulanis, the jihadis, have in Nigeria. Benue State is like a no man's land. The indigenous people, they have been shut down, they have been killed, they have been displaced. People who have lived in their communities for ages are now living in IDP camps. People who never knew any other than their ancestral land, they are now living in IDP camps. Women are now giving birth to even bearing terrorist children in IDP camps, because most of them were raped and they fled for their life. A lot of families have died. A lot, thousands, if not millions of people have been killed. You know, this the figures that they are reporting are the ones that the more that they have access to. There are villages and communities that are not accessible by road. So when such killings happen in those communities, how are you going to tell? That is why the Nigerian government have refused to develop communities, refused to build roads in order to access remote areas. So even the figure is underreported. So the atrocities of the Nigerian state we will now the atrocities of the Nigerian state. Everybody is seeing it. And let me see what Mike Johnson said. Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House. Speaker of the House. Let me see if I made a comment. Yes, Mike Johnson retweeted the president's Christian persecution in Nigeria. Yes. He condemns it and fully supports Mr. President's action. He fully supports Mr. President's action in order to end this bloodshed in Nigeria. Speaker Johnson, you know, the Democrats have shut down the government, so a lot of them are also focused on the government shut down, but they have spoken in favor, in support of the action that should be taken against Nigerian government. Please, if you want to make your comment, if you want to join us on the studio, you can follow the link and join on the studio. Follow the link and join us on the studio. Join us on the studio and make your contribution. And we are reminding the American government, this is one of the videos that is very, very interesting, that the representative need to see and hear. It is coming from a military officer in Nigeria, telling you how the Boko Haram will be the president of Nigeria. These are the people that are supporting that they are supposed to go and protect the indigenous community, but they are the ones who are killing them. They are supporting jihad against the people. You listen to it. Listen.
Opportunities are at them. They can be rehabilitated. An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away, his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspire to any position in this country. Why is he wasting his time when he cannot work? We will do that. But we have appealed to them. Opportunities are out there for them. Can be rehabilitated. An ex-Boko Haram stands his arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspire to any position in this country, wasting his time.
This is a GOCO, 7th Division of the Nigerian Army. GOC 7th Division of Nigerian Army. I think it's Maiduguri.
An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspire to aid this country. Why is he wasting his time when he cannot even deliver? But we have appealed to them. Opportunities are out there for them. They can be rehabilitated.
You are listening to a GOC officer, 7th Division of the Nigerian Army, telling the world that a Boko Haram stand a chance of becoming a president if they are rehabilitated. A Boko Haram, he's saying, a Boko Haram who said that education is a sin, civilization is a sin. He's telling you that such person can be your president tomorrow. So when they come and kill you and rehabilitate all those people, you are already gone. And those people stand a chance of ruling your children and being in charge of your life in the years to come. It's very, very sad. Very, very sad, you know. But we will continue to expose the atrocities of the Nigerian states. The atrocities of the Nigerian states. We'll continue to expose it. Also show this tweet by Pete Hegseth. Pete Hegseth is the Christian American husband, father, author. He's a Secretary of War. He's in charge of the American, anything of war, armed forces, call it American Armed Forces. He's in charge. In this tweet, when Trump made that tweet about if the Nigerian government continues to allow the killings, he said, yes, sir. He said that the killings in Nigeria are anywhere must end eminently. It said, yes, sir, referring to Donald Trump's instruction that they should prepare for eventual any military response. He said, yes, sir, the killing of innocent Christians in Nigeria and anywhere must end immediately. The Department of War is preparing for action. Either the Nigerian government protects Christians or we will kill. He's making it categorically clear. He said, or we will kill Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible atrocities. So he is making it categorically clear that they have received the instruction from the president of and they are going to act if the Nigerian government did not respect the order of Mr. President to end this bloodshed. All the areas that they are killing people, the south, the north, the west, everywhere, because Nigeria, there is no place that is safe. So, this includes pulling the military out of the southeast. Yes, every option is on the table. This includes pulling the military out of the Biafra regions, because in Olu State, in Okigwe State, the Nigerian, their terrorist military in those areas. They are killing people in those areas. As a matter of fact, most of the sorry, in those areas of our territory, we have encountered a lot of American-made grenades, American-made military that the government are using, weapons that the Nigerian government are using against Biafran people. American-made weapons are being used to bomb communities. American-made guns have also been recovered, and we have seen all these are coming from American-made. So the American government are aware because the information and the evidences have been sent to them through our government, to the attorneys and to the lobbyists for all these congressmen and women to see the atrocity that the Nigerian government are committing. So Nigerian government should understand that we know government are aware of weapons that Nigerian government are using against the people in the southeast. So now that President Trump has given an order for the Secretary of War to take urgent steps to prepare for eventual military action against Nigeria, the game is already over. And if they don't adhere to that and pull the military out of our land, we will continue to furnish the government with their evidences of atrocity, even when the president has given order that the killing should stop. So it's very, very important that the Nigerian government adhere to this warning and instruction and directive from the American government to pull their land, to pull their terror off our land, because we are not going to continue to allow them to kill our people, displace communities, and go scot-free. It's not going to happen, not today, not tomorrow, not ever. So it is left for them to listen to the voice of reason, or they will continue in their Islamization agenda, their jihad, because that it is. They want to displace communities. They want to take over our land. They want to take over. They have already been, siphoning our resources. They now want to take over completely. That is why they have stationed their killer squad all around our communities to frighten our people, kill the ones they can kill, and then evict the rest, vulnerable old men, women, and children, and occupy our territory. But we really appreciate the American government from coming to our rescue. So, the Secretary of War has spoken, and we believe they are going to act decisively against Nigeria in the coming weeks, if not days. Yes, in the coming weeks, if not days. So while we are applauding the actions of the American government, we also use this opportunity to appeal to Biafrans, both home and abroad, living in diaspora. We are appealing to you to support your freedom. We appeal to you to support your freedom. Join in the funding for the freedom of Biafra. Join the funding. Join the funding. Please, join the funding. Join the funding. Support the Biafran Defense Forces. Support the Biafran Defense Forces. They are doing exceptionally well. In order for Nigerians to be totally evicted from our land, in order for Nigerians to be evicted from our land, the Biafran Defense Forces, they need to have all the necessary arms and ammunition to make sure that the enemies are evicted from our land. We need arms, we need ammunition. Very, very important. We really want to appreciate all those who supported the donation yesterday, who were in our fundraising. We appreciate each and every one of you. We appreciate you. We want you to understand that it is not yet over. As a matter of fact, it is now that a lot of work is needed. It is now that we need to do more. It is now that we need to do more work. More importantly, funding, so that the Biafran Defense Forces will continue to do the needful in our land. They'll continue to evict the terrorists in our land. So, if you have not been supporting, you have been sitting on the fence. We can't achieve Biafra by you sitting on the fence. We can't achieve Biafra by you supporting what the men on ground are doing. They need to be paid. Our attorneys, they need to be paid. They are being paid on a monthly basis. A lot of things is being Republic government in exile. The over 100,000 men, the volunteers that we have, over 100,000 of them, they need logistics. They need to be fed as well. So you know that it is not easy. It is not easy. It is not easy to protect an army. I mean, it's not easy to equip an army. So it is not easy to equip an army. So we need everybody's hands on deck so that we can support the BDF as they continue the liberation of our land. They need logistics. They need to be kitted. They need to be fed, and so on and so forth. And I see everybody knows this freedom is being funded by Biafrans. Only very few Biafrans are funding. The money bags are not even concerned because they are all comfortable. They are comfortable with them, with themselves, with their families. So they don't give a hook if you are killed by the terrorists or not. They have houses abroad, their families are abroad. So you see that if you don't protect yourself, nobody is going to protect you. Nobody is going to protect you if you don't protect yourself. That is why Benue State, you see, they are not being protected. When you go to Benue State today, in fact, half of the state is under IDP camps. That's why Borno, Katsina, and every other region are not being protected. That is why the people are being killed in thousands. But in Biafra land, because of the presence of the Biafran Defense Forces, what you see as insecurity happening in Biafran territory, killings, is being done by the military. By the military in our streets. These are the people who are committing all these heinous crimes. And for them to be evicted from our land, the Biafran Defense Forces, we need to equip them. So you that is doing business and you don't want anything to happen to you, you need protection, and you are not supporting the Biafran Defense Forces, then it means that you are supporting Nigeria continued occupation of our land. Yes, that is what it means. Because I don't see a reason why you cannot support your freedom. I don't see any reason why you should not support the protection of your women and children. The Biafran Defense Forces are under the Biafran de facto government in the homeland, who are also working with the Biafran Republic government in exile. So if you are in diaspora, you support the Biafran Republic government in exile so that they are going for diplomatic, chess play, meeting with matters in world politics for the recognition of Biafra. And every move made by the attorneys or the lobbyists is money. They are not just going there to say hello, shake hands, and come back. No. All the paper filings are making, all the visit that they make to Washington, D.C., money is being spent because freedom is not cheap. Freedom is not cheap. You can imagine it's time immemorial. Our people have been fighting for freedom. We have not even got to the stage that we are today. Previously, we haven't seen that stage. But because of the activities of our lobbyists and our attorneys, we have now been able to break into the American government. We can now have access to the speaker. We can have access to the vice president or even the president, as the case may be. In no distant time, maybe our APM will now be talking directly with the president. We have already offered them deals. So, and instead of all these Biafran money bags in America to, now come and work with the government of Biafra to actualize the Biafra, they are now giving credit to a man who only came to testify against Nigeria. They forgot that all this information, positive information that is promoting Biafra issues, was made possible by the Biafran Republic government in exile, whose acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere has been touring Washington, D.C. since 2023, leaving his business behind because he is a messenger of Biafra and he is delivering that message to the people that matters. So we need to support him. And the only way you can support him is by funding the liberation, the recognition. Once you donate towards the Biafran pause for the payment for the lobbyists and attorneys and other things that need to be done, then you are supporting your freedom. If you can't even support, we also have a special IOU loan. This IOU is a loan that you give to the government of Biafra. And once Biafra is restored, you are going to get your money back with 100% interest rate on it. So you are not losing money. You are saving money and you are making profit at the same time. So we encourage Biafrans to embrace the IOU loan, support your freedom, support your liberation, so that the children that you have had abroad, they will come back in peace to Biafran territory and enjoy the land that is filled with milk and honey. This is very important. Very, 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 very important. Very, very, very important. It's quite unfortunate, but God is going to make a way for us, and we are going to win. So nobody wants to make a contribution. Everybody is busy. Today is Sunday. Today is Sunday. We understand that we must continue to do the needful. We will continue to do the needful, and Biafra will be restored in our time. You know, this is Biafran time. Support Biafra. Support our freedom. Support your freedom. Biafrans, support your freedom. We are getting there. We are very much close to our destination. We are very close to our destination. So we encourage you to support your freedom. Make sure you are funding your liberation in the homeland. Make sure you are funding the recognition in diaspora. The recognition, BRGIE is in charge of the recognition under Honorable Ogechukwu Nkere, with our lobbyists and our attorneys. The liberation, the de facto government is in charge of the liberation in the homeland with our Biafran Defense Forces. So, which one are you supporting? Make sure you are supporting the two. You support liberation and support recognition as well. But more importantly, those of us in the homeland, those of you in the homeland, this is your opportunity, because the intimidation and harassment and whatever atrocity the Nigerian government are committing are majorly in the homeland. So you should be at the forefront of this liberation. Play your liberation task. Your liberation task is very, very important, so that the Biafran Defense Forces can be able to defend our territories and protect our women and children. All the Okempa. All the Okempa. Very important. Very, very important that we do this. Very, very important. So, I want to really appreciate everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being part of this. We have suffered so much, and this is the time for us to be free. This is the time for us to be free. This is the time for us to be free. And we must make sure that we capitalize on what is happening today to hold Nigeria accountable.
I welcome all of you to this tour of Belgium. I want everyone to understand that we have picking up guns to defend our land, and the gun is not going down until the Biafra is liberated from the Islamic State of Nigeria. For decades, Biafra people have been treated like slaves within the enslavement. Over 100 years, we have suffered marginalization, and we have seen worse than the apartheid in South Africa. Today, Biafra person cannot be a president in Nigeria. Biafra do not have seaport. Biafra do not have the presence of any embassy. Biafra do not have any office or any presence of multinational corporation. Biafra do not have any headquarter of any world class organization. Biafra land do not have the presence of the Nigeria's federal government. Biafra land do not have road. Biafra do not have school. Biafra land do not have hospital, do not have social amenities. Biafra do not have any presence of Nigeria state within our land. This is not something that started yesterday. This has been the result of the marginalization, discrimination with impunity, the dangerous diversity of the Nigeria state that Biafra people is unfortunately being part of it. This is a mistake that British government have done. I will continue to hold the British government accountable. We will continue to blame them until the day Biafra will finally gain it from Nigeria. The British, out of their selfish interests, joined people that have nothing in common together, begin to compete among themselves, religious-wise, economic-wise, educational-wise, and cultural-wise. And this whole combination of this pull apart from each other become a dangerous diversity that we suffer today. Biafra people embraced Christianity. Christianity preached about love of one another. Christianity preached about do not harm your fellow human. We embrace Christianity. Our cultural and traditional religion also preach the same. Do not harm any person that is your close relative, your friends, extended families, and even foreigners and strangers. This is what our value system is all about. We embraced the foreign god and become even more radical than them. And then as time goes on, we begin to see the Islamic State, we begin to see the Fulanis coming with aggression, coming with terrorists, coming with terrorism, attacking and killing Biafrans since 1945. Led to the declaration of Biafra by Chief Odumegwu Ojukwu in 1967. Nigeria, being a dangerous diversity, witnessed coup upon coup, military coup upon military coup, and as this was going on, Simon Ekpa was not born. From 1967 to 1970, as Biafra struggled to, because they feel that their life is being threatened and their future and existence is being under attack. They fought. Simon Ekpa was not born by then. After 1967 to 70 war, Nigeria declared that it was a no victor, no vanquish. By then, Chief Odumegwu Ojukwu was in exile. At the end of the day, he came back because the decision, he saw what many people did not see. The people who today is being massacred in their villages. Gowon, one of them. Gowon village has witnessed the highest IDP within the Nigeria state. He didn't see this coming today. Simon Ekpa was not born in 1970. Simon Ekpa was not born in 1979. Simon Ekpa was not born in 1980. Simon Ekpa was not born in 1981. Was not born in 1982. was not born in 1983, was not born in 1984. Simon Ekpa was born in 1985. In 1982 to 1984, a man called Buhari planned coup against Nigeria. Out of this dangerous diversity, he became a military dictator under military rule in Nigeria. It was not as a result of Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa was not born. People are not asking questions. Why are there this coup upon coup upon coup within the Nigeria state being carried out by North and of course Yorubas? But whenever this coup happens, and if there is one single Igbo man in this coup, or one single Calabar man, or one single Ijaw man in this coup, it becomes Igbo coup. After that, this man called Buhari committed many atrocities, including an international crime. 1984, they kidnapped a man called Umaru Dikko from London because he believed, as a Fulani man, he doesn't respect law, not the law of his own country, not the law of any other country. He came back after many years to become a civilian president with impunity. This same man went to Kenya and kidnapped the current of indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya, there has been killing and killing since 1999 by the group led by Wazirike. Simon Ekpa was not part of it. From 1999, Wazirike, Mossop members was massacred in cold blood, killed at every given opportunity with stray bullet, shooting, live bullet by the Nigeria state. Simon Ekpa was not part of Biafra. Then, not part of the agitation for Biafra. The same Wazirike Mossop gave birth to Nnamdi Kanu, indigenous people of Biafra, and still the killings of Biafra continued. In all these things that were going on, nobody summoned the courage to resist the killings of the Biafra agitators. In 2020, the Fulani killings and upsurge of terrorists become a thing of concern across the state, across the entire Africa. They were ranked the number of most deadliest group in the world. Once our people become helpless and nobody was speaking for them, and none of these people who called us from the eastern part of Nigeria were making any move to protect women and children from territory. It was what gave the birth to the formation of the Eastern Security Network.
People must come out to say that enough is enough. When you travel to the north, do you live in the forest in the north? The Igbo people in Sabangari in Kanu, are they living in are they living in the forest? They came to the town, they work very hard, they build houses, they build mansions, they develop the entire place. Is that not what they do? What are Fulani people doing in our forest? Nobody can answer that question. They say that they're pastoralists. World aspiring to be a member of the UN Security Council, where you move cattle from. Are you people well at all? You so-called Nigerians, are you normal in the brain? Asking a simple question. Show me a country that aspires cattle from place to place. Tell me that grazing country is that. Please tell me. These are people they have prepared for you to sell you down the drain. By the time the Fulanis are done with you, believe you me, if you don't rise up now to fight for your freedom, by the time Fulanis are done with you, you'll be more useless than a Hausa peasant. If you allow yourselves to be deceived, things can only get worse. Fulani terrorists will take your land. Time and time again, I have warned you on this matter. Some of you never ever, because in this life, what goes around comes around. If you support evil today because of anything, eventually that evil will overwhelm you.
In Paris, it's based in places like Abuja and Lagos. The fact of the matter is, and Yaoundé as well. The fact of the matter is that we are witnessing a second wave of colonization in Africa right now. Biafra, Amazonia, Somaliland are at the front line of a struggle for freedom, religious freedom, as well as personal, economic freedom, political. The fact of the matter is, though, when we talk about that front line of colonialism, Africa, Amazonia, Somaliland, we're also talking about genocide. The fact is, when we look at the modern history of Biafra, and we see some figures represented on this podium, and it's so agree that we're sitting here in a room dedicated to veterans affairs, to entrance of the Biafra struggle. The fact of the matter is that they did not start the struggle for Biafran rights. Nigeria did. Nigeria has agency. They have decision. No one forced Nigeria to undertake the pogroms of 1966. That was a decision that was made in Lagos. And what we have seen, the struggle for freedom in Biafra, is a natural response to the repression, which is now 60 years old inside Nigeria, and especially with regard to Biafra. Now, we can talk about genocide. And unfortunately, what occurred in Biafra in the late 1960s and so forth isn't the only case of genocide that the 20th century has seen. But what makes the history and the recognition of the Biafran genocide so is this: when the Jews
Uzondo Michael, please go to Madam Baobab platform. We don't need you in this platform, okay? Because if you don't know that Ngozi Orabueze is a agent of the Nigerian state, you can never know it anymore. So just leave our platform and go to your Madam Baobab platform. God can never bless Ngozi Orabueze. It's not going to happen. Rather, the spirit of Biafra will destroy her. If you don't know, I want you to know it now.
I didn't know. They came to my house to kill me, to kill like Lagos. They
see me there. Oh, I saw it. I did not jump in. To defend myself, Nigeria, obey your own court order. I did not jump the bill. They came to kill extradition. Did not jump the bill. I did not jump. Yes, they're easy, but the whole world is watching. I did not jump, yeah. I did not jump. They came to my house to kill like Lego. Like it all, yeah. Nigerian army came to kill me. To see me there. Oh, I saw it. Defender, self-defender. Jumping. I stand firm to defend myself. Nigeria, obey your own court order. Not jump the bed. They came to deal. Extra rendition. Extradition. I did not jump. I did not jump in. I did not jump in. Yes, I did. They came to my house just to kill me, And the Igbo man did not jump in. You're Nigerian just to see me there. Said that defendant did not jump in. Defendant not jumping. I need my witnesses to testify in Abuja. Oh, your own God ruling my Lord. He did not jump. Jump your bail, the own God man said that he did not jump. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. I don't know why my case should be contrary to the Constitution of Nigeria, Constitution of the United Nations. Extradition from Kenya. Your own God man, I am dead already. Daddy. That can bring me back this Biafra. This life is meaningless without real freedom. African man. Freedom, Biafra. Oh, rise up like the rising sun, Nigeria. Let them go. Referendum. Now African man, freedom, oh, Nigeria, say an innocent mind, my Lord. There is God, oh yes, there is God. The whole world is watching. I did not jump in. Yes, I did not jump in. Jump in. Jump in. They came to my house to kill me, to kill like Legos. Quito get style. Let Quito get style. Nigerian army came to kill me, just to see me dead. Oh, I saw it, I saw it. I saw you say defender, self-defender, no jumping. I did not jumping. Stand tall and stand firm. To defend myself, Nigeria, obey your own court order. I did not jump the bill. They came to go extra rendition. Extra rendition. I did not jump in. I did not jump in. I did not jump. I did not jump. They came to my house to kill me, to kill like Legos. Make it all get started. Make it all get started. Make it all get started. Nigeria came to kill me, just to see me there. Defender, self-defender. I did not jump. I stand tall, I firm to defend myself. Nigeria, obey your own court order. I did not jump today. They came to kill. Extra rendition. Rendition. I did not jump.
Mommy, you did not know. You did not. You did not jump, your baby.
I did not jump in. I did not. Yes, I did not jump in. They came to my house just to kill me. Kill me. The Igbo man did not jump in. Your own Nigerian army just to see me there. Said a defender did not jump, defender did not jump. I need my witnesses to testify, Abuja. Oh, your own God rule my Lord. He did not jump. He does not run. Not jump your bail. Your own God, man, said that he did not jump bail. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. I don't know, I can't should be contrary to the Constitution of Nigeria, Constitution of the Nation. Extra Lord, I am dead already. Yes, dead already. The only thing that can bring me back is Biafra. This life is mingling without freedom, real freedom. Biafra, African man, free nation. Biafra, oh, rise up like the rising sun. Nigeria, divided. Referendum, let them go. Referendum, now is African man. Freedom, oh, Nigeria, oh, my Lord, my Lord. Your own God, my Lord, I did not jump in. Real man, no jump in. Why don't prosecute, my Lord? Why persecute an innocent man, my Lord? God, oh, yes, there is a God. The whole world is watching. I did not jump in. Yes, I did not jump in. They came to my house to kill me, to kill like Lagos. Let kill get started. Let it all get. Nigerian army came to kill me, just to see me dead. Oh, 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 I saw it, defender, self-defender. I did not jump. To defend myself and to obey your own call to order. I did not jump the bill. They came to kill. Extra rendition. I did not jump the bill. I did not jump the bill. Watching, I did not jump in. Yeah, did not jump in. They came to my house to kill me, to kill like Lagos. So yes, make it all get started. Make it get started. Nigerian army came to kill me, just to see me. Oh, I saw the defender, self. I did not jump in. I stand tall to defend myself. Nigeria, obey your own God. I did not jump the bill. They came to kill, Lord. Extra rendition. Extra rendition.
Yeah, thank you so much, Biafrans, and welcome once again. I want to really appreciate you all that joined. Gift, I see you. Williams, I see you. And let me respond to Uzondo Michael. Uzondo Michael, you may not be part of what is happening. You may be, ignorant of certain information. We really understand that because a lot of people are not following what the government is doing. But I want you to know that what's playing out in Nigeria with the information that is coming out from Washington, D.C., is as a result of what our lobbyists, alliance, our government, BRGIE, is doing, creating that awareness that is needed for Biafra. That awareness is what is generating this news, this information that you see happening all around Nigeria. The government of America is now holding Nigeria accountable. This is as a result of what BRGIE and our cabinet is doing in Washington, D.C. So when you talk about Ngozi Orabueze in this platform, we challenge any one of you that is supporting Ngozi to tell us what Ngozi has achieved since 2024. Just one. I didn't say it's two. I said one thing that she has achieved that you can beat your chest and say, yes, this is what she has done. But I can tell you hundreds of achievements of BRGIE. More importantly, the recent one that happened, congressional briefing, Biafra congressional briefing, that happened on 18th of September this year. Okay, I can tell you that. So I challenge you to bring one. So it does not exist because Ngozi is not working for Biafra. She's actually working as so Uzondo Michael. Go to Ngozi's platform and write all this junk that you are writing on our platform. This platform is for truth. This platform is for educating people to be educated. Okay? It's not a platform you can come and write all your junk and think that people are going to buy your all these your useless ideas. No. From here, gift. Thank you so much. Let me spotlight what wrote. Gift wrote, greeting Biafra Mazi David. Nana, I'm very upset since after the withdrawal of the lot, PM never ordered from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, never took orders in chains of the zoo. Yes, we understand that. Our sister Gift, everybody is upset with what had just happened that led to the withdrawal of the suit. But I want to understand that the Biafran government in exile, BRGIE, is in control of the situation, and at the appointed time, everything will fall into place, okay? At this time, we don't need distractions. Yeah, we are focused, and a lot of evidences are also being collated. So my sister Gift, everything is under control. If you go to that memo that was released by the BRGIE government, the last two paragraphs will tell you more, because the BRGIE government is actually going to hold everybody accountable in this our quest for freedom. Everybody will be held accountable in this our quest for freedom. So if Ngozi is not held accountable today, she can be held accountable tomorrow. So I want you to know that there is no two ways about that. No two ways about that. Everything is under control. So my sister, I really buy you. I really see where you are coming from. Everybody feel the same way like you. But we believe that tomorrow will be better than today. Okay? So our government is doing everything to make sure that Biafra comes. And if you think that you can join hands with Ngozi, all of you that think that Ngozi is doing that thing, continue to support Ngozi. At the appropriate time, you are going to regret your actions. Important. Our government is focused on what is doing in Washington at the moment. As you all can see, Nigeria is now being on the spotlight. The American government are now going to hold Nigeria accountable for all these atrocities that they have committed. And Biafra be free as a nation. Wow. My sister gift. Weeping may endure for only a night. Weeping may endure for only a while, but joy cometh in the morning. Let the enemies continue to rejoice, because it is now proving, it is now a confirmation that the CRC, VAM, all of them are with Ngozi from day one. So let them continue to rejoice. At the end of the day, it is he who laughs that laughs the best. Okay? Okay. Thank you much. Biafrans, as we continue to push for recognition of Biafra, that end goal. As we continue to push for recognition of Biafra, that is what Nigerian army me. Just see me dead. Oh, sorry, to defend myself, Nigeria, your own culture. I did not jump the bill. They came to kill all extra rendition. I did not jump the bill. Not jump, yeah. I did not jump, They came to my house to kill me, to kill like Legos. All get started. Make it all get started. Make it get started. Nigerian army came to kill me, just to see me there. I saw it. Self-defender. I did not jump. I started to defend myself. I did it, obey your own call. I did not jump the bed. They came too low. Extra rendition. Extra rendition. I did not jump.
did not jump. I did not jump in. Yes, I did not jump in. They came to my house just to kill me. I did not jump in. Your own Nigeria, just to see me there. Oh, you said I defender. Did not jump in. Defend.
Thank you so much. He should be reminded that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not jump bail. The Nigerian government came to his house to kill him and he escaped. So the narrative of the media, Nigerian media, is that bail, but our leader John bail. So I want to appreciate every one of you that joined me this morning for this wonderful broadcast. Before I go, enough of all these atrocities, enough of all these killings, enough of Nigerian terrorism in our land. I want to really appreciate every one of you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. Thank you for being part of this broadcast this morning. Please support our BDF, our government, our freedom, and be part of history in the making. Airborne to the Biafran defenses. We appreciate our APM. We appreciate our Minister of Information, Sonny Akpara, GIE government, more importantly, the media that is making this happen. Thank you so much. And may Chukwuyama continue to strengthen each and every one. There one.
There's a grave in the ground that should have been child with no bed and nobody cares. There's a woman who prayed while the system played, and another name the world erased. But I hear the dust cry out, I feel the sky bend low. If no one else will say, then I will let them know. Enough. No more hiding what you've done. Enough. We remember everyone, from the camps to the cries. We breathe their names. You buried the bodies, but left us the flame. There's a lie in your law, there's on the fire. In your gospel got gold while I chew wine. You preach it that you sell in fear, and the ones you forgot are standing here. They are not your shame, they are not your loss. They are ours to love and yours to cross. We whisper when they bleed. Enough. You built sense on our need, from the dust to the drum, from to the gate. We're done being quiet. We speak ease. No more waves with no goodbyes. Enough. No more mothers left to cry. You had your chance to rise. This time we sing, and the world hears our cry.